Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to Ranked. Now, this is the segment Joe the Horror Man and myself do, where we pick a franchise and rank it. Very simple. Now, I tend to rank things from my least favorite to my favorite, and just try to keep in mind that this is just my own personal opinion and how I see the films. I rank movies based on entertainment value, nostalgia, and overall enjoyment. Now, today we're going to be talking about the American Pie franchise. Now, with the American Pie films and the Presents films, there are actually 9 films in this franchise, believe it or not. And let's get started. Okay, coming in at number 9 is going to be American Pie Presents Band Camp. Now, keep in mind, I like all of these movies, the 4 originals plus the 5 Presents movies. I like them all. So, there's not one that kind of is the weak link in the entire chain. Now, Bandcamp, and I think the reason why it places last is because of the Stifler in this one. Now, these movies all tie into American Pie. If anybody tells you that they don't, they're lying or they just didn't pay attention or watch the film. So, you have a Stifler in this movie. It's actually Steven Stifler's little brother. And you can tell that this actor did his homework. He's very good in it. However, he imitates Sean William Scott a little bit too much in this movie. And that was kind of the only drawback I could find for this film. Now, this movie has a ton of great nudity. And like I said, it has the tie ins. It has Jim's dad, of course, who plays in all 4 of these Presents movies. And it has the Shermanator, which I thought was pretty cool. Great nudity, and it's just a fun movie. However, it's last. Okay, coming in at number 8 is American Pie Presents The Naked Mile. Now, this movie is a blast. There is a ton of nudity, probably the most nudity in any of the American Pie films, including Presents. This one I liked because you have a different Stifler in this one, of course, and this is the cousin. Actually, you have 2 Stiflers in this one. But the main character is the cousin. He's in high school. He's given a hall pass from his girlfriend to go and run the Naked Mile and visit his cousin in college. And it's just a blast. Like I said, ton of nudity. It's a really good time. All right, moving right along. Number 7 is American Pie Presents The Book of Love. Now, this one was a little bit different. Of course, the Naked Mile and Beta House tie into each other, but the Book of Love is something a little bit different. Now, we all remember the Bible or the Book of Love from the first American Pie movie. Well, that's resurrected in this film, and it's a brilliant premise. I really enjoyed the premise. I really enjoyed how they went about finding who put entries in the Book of Love. And once again, this has Jim's dad and a Stifler, a different Stifler this time. And it has tie ins and a ton of great nudity. So that is number 7. Number 6, and this was a tough one, is the continuation of the Naked Mile, and that is Beta House. Now, just to keep in mind, Joe and I watched the unrated versions of every single American Pie film except for the first movie and the Last Presents movie, because the Last Presents movie doesn't have an unrated version, and the first one, I just don't have it. I used to have it on VHS, but I probably sold it years ago. Now, Beta House is an absolute blast. You have the same Stifler from the Naked Mile, actually, the 2 same Stiflers from the Naked Mile. The younger one is now out of high school and in college, and it's just so much fun. He's pledging Beta House. He's a legacy, so he's got to complete a bunch of different tasks with his brothers in order to get initiated into the Beta House. It's a blast. So, yeah, that is number 6. All right, coming in at number 5 is going to be the most recent American Pie Presents movie, and that is Girls Rules. I wasn't sure what to expect from this. Now, this doesn't have an unrated, this just has what it is. I wasn't sure what to expect from it, but I will say that I was so surprised at how good this movie was. This movie has what a lot of the other Presents movies are missing, and that is the same heart that was in the first 4 films in the original American Pie series. Um, it doesn't have that nudity, and a lot of people thought it was too tame. But what it lacks in nudity, it makes up for in uh, descriptiveness, I guess. And it's hysterically funny at the same time. So, coming in at number 5 is American Pie Presents Girls Rules. Big surprise for this one. All right, coming in at number 4 is American Wedding. Now, I love this movie. I love all the American Pie movies, including the Presents movies. But the first 4 have a special place in my heart for nostalgia, for just entertainment. This one is a great movie. However, it doesn't have all of the returning characters. I mean, it does have Jim, of course, his dad. You have Michelle there, Stifler, and some of the other characters that made it popular. But it is missing some characters, and from what I heard, like Chris Klein wasn't even asked to be in it, which I was very, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed. But it is still a good movie, and it's got some really outrageous parts in it. So, yeah, that is American Wedding at number 4. At number 3, this one surprised me. And that's going to be American Reunion. I loved this movie when I first saw it. It brought back all the feels. It did what American Wedding couldn't do, and that is brought all of the cast back together. However, some of the cast is just in it towards the end. And when you're watching these consecutively and not after it's been a while, it loses a little bit of its luster. Now, I love this movie. It's at number 3 in this franchise ranking. But there are 2 I like more. All right, and that is American Reunion. Coming in at number 2 is the original, the one and only American Pie. I saw this in the theaters and I absolutely love this film. It was so good. I had me rolling in the aisles. This was the only one we didn't watch the unrated version of it because, like I said, I don't have it. I don't know what happened to it. If you hear something in the background, just ignore it. Somebody's out there playing the radio. So, like I said, I was rolling and I really enjoyed this movie. And it has a ton of nostalgia for me. This is a raunchy comedy done right. All right, and that is American Pie, which leaves my favorite and my number 1, which also surprised me, and that is American Pie 2. This is almost a perfect sequel, in my opinion. You have all of your characters coming back, including the incidentals, and I love the whole band camp thing and Jim and Michelle getting together. The Shermanator and Nadia. It's just got so many interesting things in this film that are just so much fun. I actually love this franchise, and I'm sorry to see it end because Joe and I watched all of them back to back, and we just had a great time with it. And American Pie 2, I will say, is a fantastic sequel. So that's it, guys. American Pie 2 is my favorite. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Just make sure to be nice. I know not everybody likes the same thing. So, just try to keep it nice. And don't forget to watch Joe's ranking for the American Pie franchise. And remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time,